Live from the lab, the CP3 coming to you live with this pregame special. We're getting close to the special guest coming on in about 6:30. And after we have a nice interview with her, we're going to get into Caps Talk in this playoff push. But right now, we're going to talk about one of the local teams that very few know about and folks don't talk about, the DC Divas. We had the running back, Miss Burton, last week, talk about the unfortunate loss in the first game of the season. But I was able to get to the second game at the PG Sports and Learning Complex this past Saturday. And I was there. If you checked out the page, you saw the little halftime, first half package I put together, where if you saw they had a 35-0 lead at halftime, where they had forced 3 turnovers and had 1 pick six and almost 2. I'm going to let Miss Burton get to the rest of it because I know she did it was part of the hard work, so I'll let her talk about the game in more detail. How are you doing tonight, Miss Burton?
I'm doing pretty good. Got home after picking up the boys from school, so after I get off the phone with you, it's right into watching film for our next game out in Pittsburgh this upcoming weekend. But to talk about Saturday, man, as some of you don't know, my rookie season playing football, I was going for an outside run and ended up getting horse-collared, and my fibula was snapped by the same exact team. So that was my rookie year. My second year coming back to the game, we played them as our home opener. We beat them 27-7. I believe in that game, I was able to score a touchdown, kind of put in their face like, look, I can't be stopped. Even with a broken leg, I came back. Then to come back again in our home field, where we love to play at the PG Sports Learning Complex, and shut them out 52-0. I mean, there's nothing like it. Also, before this season started, had a super scrimmage, popped the shoulder a little bit, couldn't play in Boston. So, coming back from a loss and winning this game was definitely what we needed to kickstart our season.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely enjoyed being there. I hadn't been there for a live game. I hadn't been on the sidelines for a game in a while, being an ex-coach and ex-player. But it was definitely good to see the intensity out there, the hitting. I encourage folks to go out there and check these ladies out and, help these ladies have the funds to make these trips and afford their dues because they're doing it for the love and the passion. They don't get a big paycheck. They don't get talked about on TV. They don't get endorsement deals. Like you heard, she's going home to feed her kids and do homework and watch film and get ready for another day of work tomorrow. She doesn't have the luxury of having a big contract and not having to worry about those things. She's still a mom that's going out here playing football with her teammates and putting it all out there on the field. So it was great to be out there. I met a couple of the players. I talked to the coach. They're very open. I told them I'm going to try to get out there as much as possible to get more pub. But y'all defense, I was watching it. Y'all defense is serious out there. Y'all front line get some penetration. And the turnovers, when the ball goes up, y'all corners and safeties is ball hawks out there. So how does that help the offense going up against a defense that plays that well on a regular basis?
I mean, they're like that in practice. So when you have a defense that plays hard in practice, they go, we try to get them to go 75% and not go 100 to preserve our bodies for game day on Saturday. It teaches you how to be effective, especially for me, being a tailback and a fullback. It helps me be quicker off the ball. As soon as a snap happens, I know one of my linebackers is somehow going to make it to that backfield, and I need to be busting through the hole before they figure out that I'm going straight up the middle or get off that edge before they realize I'm coming off the edge. The intensity that they play with, the heart that they play with, it definitely challenges our quarterback, since our corners and our safeties, they are ball hawks, and they do their job very well. It challenges our quarterback. It also challenges our wide receivers to be on the ready, get off their blocks as fast as possible and be ready for the quarterback, whatever route they're running. And then as far as the run game goes, if we're going to do an outside run, it tests them on their ability to turn into a blocker instead of just somebody that's going to catch the ball. Thankfully enough for them, we have some pretty fast wheels in the backfield. So they don't have to do too much work, but they do put in their work when they're called upon to do so.
Very true. I did get that touchdown catch in the first half. I had the perfect position to get it right on time, and it was a well-thrown ball, and the wide receiver executed and got the ball and got to the end zone. I spoke to, I saw you had, I believe it was the quarterback that was there, that had retired, and you have a new quarterback. I can't remember her name. I'm very sorry I didn't write it down when I met her.
Amanda Congiali.
Yeah, I wouldn't even try to pronounce the last name.
Yeah, I mean, it took me 3 years to figure out how to pronounce it. Don't worry about it. I love her to death, but yeah, it took me a while to figure that out. So Amanda retired, or not Amanda, but Allie retired. And she decided to become the offense coordinator as well as coaching another quarterback. Definitely instilling wisdom in her, trying to get her to have the same develop the line of sight that you need to be an effective quarterback and be that heartbeat for your team. So with the changes that we've had, people retiring, having a new O-line, a new rhythm with an O-line, new rookies as running backs. Not too many new receivers, but just finding that rhythm with the new crew. I think she's making adjustments as best she can, and it's clearly effective with the scores that we put up on the board from the run game and the passing game, which was well balanced this past weekend.
I agree. There was a nice balance. Maybe Jay Drew need to come down there and watch some of y'all because he needs to learn some balance with the running pass game. But I'm not going to get in there. We're going to talk some draft stuff next week with the draft party. So I'm not even going to throw Jay under the bus yet. It's too early, so I'm sorry. I'm going to apologize now for that one. All right. So you mentioned you have a game coming up in Pittsburgh this week. Let's talk about this matchup. What does this Pittsburgh team bring to the table, and what do you guys hope to do to get this victory going into this next week?
Pittsburgh is a pretty good team. They're much like us playing Boston. They really do challenge us. They have a very good defense. Their linebackers are very, very athletic. They're very attentive. They know how to make the adjustments they need to make. So it's just going to be all about basic fundamentals and applying them effectively, and not trying to do anything extra special, extra crazy to make sure that we execute what we need to execute as far as the run game goes, as well as the passing game. Our receivers are capable and they're agile enough to get passes that are thrown to them and be where they need to be. It's just a matter of being smart in the backfield with us doing pass blocking and tailback and fullback. The O-line knowing where their strengths are and calling on each other for the assistance that they need. That's going to play a lot in that. I believe they were the team that eliminated. No, they weren't. We beat them going into in last season. But definitely a team that's going to give us a run for our money. They beat Boston 44-41, which we lost to them last week. So for them to beat a team that we lost to and seeing the score that we put up against the Phantomz this past weekend, it goes to show you that we definitely have some work to do.
Yes, indeed. And it's always good to put in that work when you get the chance. Before we get out of here, let you get ready to go. Let the folks know where they can go to help donate to the ladies to get these dues paid and get these transportation fees to help y'all get to these games.
All right. You can go to dcdivas.com. You can click on tickets. The tickets will be listed there for each home game. Discounted price. Kids get in for free that are under the age of 6. Or you can go down the roster and literally see who's playing for the 2018 season, pick a name, and donate $5, $10, $20, $100, whatever it is that you want to donate towards fees. Each one of us pay about $800 to play the sport. Like you said, we do it for the passion. We don't get paid for it outside of our own paychecks from the jobs that we do have. So you can do that. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. DC Divas Football is on Instagram, and you can just go to DC Divas, search that on Facebook. You can also Google DC Divas, look at footage on YouTube. But come out to the PG Sports and Learning Complex Center, right next to FedEx Field. After every home game, we tailgate. We bring out a lot of food. We park in parking lot B and C, I believe it is. Park in there. bring your tables, bring out your grills, bring out your chairs, and bring your drinks, and just enjoy meeting the players and discussing the game. Win or lose, we tailgate.
Sounds good. I wish I'd have known I'd have stuck around if I didn't have something else to do, because I sure was hungry after I finished doing my running around that night. But I'll let you go, get up out of here. Go ahead and take care of your mommy duties after doing the job duties, and got to do the film duties. So you got a full schedule after this, just like we do. So I'll let you get out of here. I appreciate your time as always, and hopefully we have you on next week for another victory. Maybe another 52-0 shutout would be great.
All right, thank you. I appreciate your time and appreciate the support every time we come out there.
No problem. Like I say, let me know if it's in my range. I'm going to get there. So you have a good night, and hit that ice tub, and have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and end this Facebook Live feed now, as I heard we have our special guest on the line.